Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in West Africa, has faced significant challenges in recent years, from jihadist insurgencies to political instability. In September 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traoré became the country's interim president following Burkina Faso's second military coup that year. His rise to power marked another chapter in the nation's complex political landscape, where military leadership has repeatedly replaced civilian rule. At 34, Traoré became the world's youngest sitting head of state, inheriting a nation grappling with security crises, economic strain, and shifting international alliances. His supporters view him as a patriot determined to restore stability, while critics question whether his leadership will differ from previous military governments. This examination presents the facts, perspectives, and ongoing debates surrounding Traoré's presidency, offering a neutral analysis of Burkina Faso's current trajectory. The 2022 coup, causes and consequences. The September 2022 coup that brought Traoré to power occurred just 8 months after Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Damiba had overthrown Burkina Faso's democratically elected government. The repeated military takeovers reflect deep-seated frustrations within the armed forces and the broader population. Security failures. Despite Damiba's promises, jihadist attacks persisted, with militants controlling nearly 40% of the country. Soldiers reportedly expressed anger over inadequate resources and leadership. Public discontent. Protests against Damiba grew due to perceived inaction against terrorism and economic hardship. Military fractures. Reports suggest divisions within the army, with junior officers like Traoré believing Damiba was too close to France and ineffective in combating insurgencies. Immediate aftermath. Traoré suspended the constitution and dissolved the transitional government, pledging a return to civilian rule by 2024, later extended to 2025. The African Union and ECOWAS condemned the coup but stopped short of severe sanctions, reflecting regional fatigue with Burkina Faso's instability. Differing perspectives. Supporters argue Traoré's coup was necessary to correct Damiba's failures. Critics contend it further destabilized the country and set a dangerous precedent for military rule. The jihadist insurgency, a persistent threat. Since taking command, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has waged Burkina Faso's most determined counterterrorism campaign yet, transforming a demoralized defense force into a capable fighting machine and reclaiming the nation's sovereignty from jihadist invaders. Where past governments hesitated, Traoré acted. Where foreign allies failed, he built new partnerships. And where despair once festered, he has restored hope. A military reborn tactical victories on the ground. Traoré inherited a security crisis that had festered for nearly a decade. But under his leadership, Burkina Faso's armed forces have liberated dozens of towns and villages from jihadist control, including key areas in the Sahel and Est regions. Reopened critical supply routes, allowing food, medicine, and trade to flow to besieged communities. Dramatically reduced response times to terrorist attacks, from days to mere hours, saving countless civilian lives. The Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland (VDP) program, expanded under Traoré, has empowered local communities to defend themselves. Over 50,000 patriotic Burkinabé have joined this civilian militia, provided vital intelligence, and reinforced the military's presence in vulnerable areas. Humanitarian progress amid crisis. While the conflict has displaced millions, Traoré's government has made unprecedented efforts to protect civilians. Regroupment policy relocates at-risk populations to secure zones with military protection. Increased aid delivery to conflict zones, with over 300,000 tons of food distributed in 2023 alone. Rebuilding infrastructure, schools, clinics, and water sources in liberated territories. A sovereign foreign policy, breaking free from failed dependencies.